Okay, we're going to talk about revision now, and we're going to have a chance to see revision actually happening. So the way that we would begin revising is we look at a below standard piece and we practice revising on this piece. This is a piece that's written by a child whose writing hasn't yet powered up, in the sense that this child hasn't used power and tide yet to write. But as soon as this child learned those tools, their writing got a whole lot better, a whole lot faster. And so what we do is we start by looking at a below piece, and we're all going to practice together on this piece. Why would we do that? Why would we all practice together? It can be really daunting to be asked to revise your own piece. It's hard. It feels like I'm already done. Why are you asking me to do this? It can feel like we're being criticized. And sometimes we really just don't know what to do when we're revising. So this is a chance to begin learning how to revise in a more comfortable setting where everybody is working together to talk about how to revise one piece. Before we dive in, let's talk about a quick difference between revise and edit. So revise, as you see, is where you either add, remove, move, substitute. Those are the big picture substantive changes that you make. And editing is the little cleanup at the end where you look for missing periods, capitals, punctuation. It's important to remember the distinction between these two, because you really want to spend most of your time on revision. That is where the biggest bang for the buck happens in terms of if you want to really raise the quality of your writing, you want to spend more time on revising. Finding a missing period or capital may help a tiny bit, but revision is where you can lift your paper by 2-3 grades. Okay, so I'm now going to show you a set of behaviors that you can follow. Editing checklists can be nice, particularly when you make those, but sometimes it's hard to know which ones I really did do and check it all off, and it's hard to see my paper after I've written it. So it can be easier to just follow a set of behaviors. So here are a list of behaviors that you can follow. The first is to do your do what. To look at the paper and remember, did I actually answer the prompt? So the prompt here is describe the character traits of the mouse. So the do would be describe, and the what would be traits of the mouse. So that would be the first step. The next step is to look for the parts of tide in what I've written. So I'm looking for a topic sentence. I don't really see it, but I do see a lot of facts. And so as you'll see, this writer had a lot of facts. And then after looking at all the facts, then we start to see, okay, there's a little attempt at a setup, annoying, but then down at the bottom we have brave, and that's something different, so that's a different topic. So we had topics, but not really a topic sentence. Then we have some more facts. And then finally, we even have a little bit of detailed examination. That's your own thinking, but not very much. And then we have an ending. So we've looked at all of our parts. And once we've looked at all these, then we can decide which to revise. I normally start at the top of tide and work my way down when deciding what to revise. So I would start with a new topic sentence, where I put both of the big ideas that are talked about in this piece together into one sentence. Next, I cover my ears and I do a quiet tap in, where I silently read the piece and look, are there any missing periods or capitals? So here's a place where I could have a capital and a period. It reads better. And then I can add just a little bit at the end, because as I read it through, that sentence doesn't sound quite right now. So I'm going to just add on a little tacked on thought. And then after I have done that, then I would set a goal for the next piece that I write. What is something that I learned from this exercise that I can do better next time? And again, I work down tide. So topic sentence, I have a lot of good information, but some detailed examination. And this is, again, just a process that you can follow whenever you're revising, because it's easier to have a process or a set of steps than only a checklist that may not be clear on how to use that.